Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue and I'm back for another Black Ink Crew. I don't know why I'm back for another Black Ink Crew. I know why, because the view's good. That's why I'm back. Okay, so this episode is the Philly Convention. All right, everybody gonna be at the Philly Convention. Black Ink Crew 113th and 9 Mag will be at the Philly Convention. And this will be the first time that Caesar comes into contact with Ryan ever since things went down with Miss Kitty. But before we get to all of that, Donna decides to get a fake belly and a fake baby and put lube all over the baby and come out the bathroom in the middle of the night and act as if she's in labor and throw the baby at Alex as if Alex has never had a newborn baby out of somebody's cooch in his hands before. He's done this before. He has a kid. But Donna seems to think that this is going to scare him straight. He says that if she thinks that this is going to work on him, she must really don't know him, okay? Because he had a baby before and he knows exactly what it's like and he would be there for his real baby and not this damn doll. I thought it was stupid too. I thought it didn't get Donna's point across and I thought it was pointless because at the end of the day, Donna, if you say that you are not getting pregnant, then that's it. That's all. Okay, that's all that needs to be said. Ain't no more explanation about it. So trying to get him to understand, pointless to me. Moving along. Tati still wants Donna to talk to Alex about their relationship, and I don't know why, okay? Y'all are sneaking. Y'all are creeping. She's in a relationship talking about she wants to marry this dude. He wants to impregnate her. And you think that it matters right now, Tati, whether you and Donna let Alex know y'all the kitty clicking right now? It's just stupid. Just really stupid. And when this doesn't go over well, I'm not going to be surprised. I'm not surprised at all, okay? Because I feel like Donna is hiding it from him for a reason. She's sitting up there acting like she believes that everything will be fine, but don't seem like it to me. Either way, let's push on. Jess and Walt talk. And she is sad ever since they had that therapy session last episode. She don't know what she gonna do. She don't know if she wants to marry him because she realized that she really don't trust him. After all of the things he put her through over the past 3-4 years that they've been fooling around with one another, it ain't all good. Walt is really taken aback because he feels like he's been doing everything he can to prove to her that she can trust him and that he loves her and he will make whatever changes that she wants him to make. She makes him stronger. She makes him better. All of that. But at the end of the day, just say she need time. I said, girl, take all the damn time you need. So we get to the convention, and this is the first time that 9 Mag and Black Ink Crew aren't right next to each other at the convention. Oh, I wonder who made sure that happened. I wanted it to be good and awkward. I wanted y'all to have to stare in the same direction as y'all tattooed. I wanted it to be some fire, some aggravation, some shots of us seeing y'all looking at one another from across the room with the glasses and all of that. Like, that's what I wanted to see. But I guess Ryan was like, not today, Black Ink Crew, not today. Kitty also was in attendance at the convention. She's there because she's shadowing Ryan's booth. I said, oh yeah, this is research for Second City, Miss Kitty. Oh yeah, because that's what makes sense, huh? That shit don't make no sense. Y'all get out of my face with this. But whatever. Ryan and, Kitty and all of them are acting like they not even worrying about C's, okay? Ryan act like he didn't forgot there's beef. I said, Sure you forgot. Also, Ryan, I know that you and the homeboys are getting in the gym, feeling good about yourselves and all of that, but don't go too far, Ryan. Don't go too far. Okay, like I'm really gonna need for y'all to slow it down on the weights. I follow y'all on Instagram, and Don is tall, so that works for him. But, we don't want you to, start looking at bulky. You ain't that tall. That's not the best look all the time. You ain't listening to me. Whatever. Do what you want to do. But, calm down. You're going to mess up the pretty. Don't mess up the pretty. Tati and Donna are over there getting all, agitated, thinking about how Miss Kitty just traded them for her new friends in Chicago. And I'm like, first of all, Tati, what lane are you living in? Y'all put Kitty on blast for messing around with Ryan. And at the end of the day, you shouldn't have done that. Y'all are around here creeping and sleeping all over the place with one another. Y'all don't keep it real, and y'all damn sure talk about each other behind each other's backs. So the fact that y'all sitting up here acting like Kitty treated y'all wrong is just ridiculous to me. Kitty, stop fooling with y'all because y'all put that shit with Ryan on blast, okay? Because you confirmed it, Tati and Donna. Y'all confirmed it to C's, which is what started all of this foolishness. Now, at the end of the day, C's don't have no room to get mad about anything. But y'all were damn sure not being real friends to her when y'all went about this in that way. So to now sit up there and act like she done something to y'all because she don't want to deal with y'all, she done talked about y'all like a dog online, bitch, y'all started it, okay? That's how I feel about Tati and Donna right now. That's just all I feel about them. But they stand there and wait for Kitty to be done talking to somebody. Kitty can see them, but she acting like they not there until Donna can't take it anymore. And she's like, you gonna act like you don't see us right here, Kitty? And then Kitty turns around and she's like, oh, I thought you said you was gonna beat my ass on sight. What happened to that? And Donna was like, you don't want that with me, okay? I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be cordial. And then they start going back and forth about whose fault it is. They right in front Ryan's boot with this foolishness. So he has to get involved and tell them to take this shit somewhere else. Take it outside them doors, but get it the away from my booth right now, okay? And they still arguing, but Donna like, I'm gonna go ahead and move, for Ryan. I'm like, girl, you just put it out there that man had a small pee-pee. So don't be sitting up here trying to act like you his friend or you got respect for him. Cut it out. And y'all know last episode, Bae's dad had ran out into traffic because he couldn't deal with all of the cameras and security and producers and people all in his face looking at him like a bad daddy and everything. Bae eventually had another meeting with her dad with the cameras far away so that the dad couldn't see them. And she was mic'd so we could hear what they were saying and we could see them, but we couldn't see the dad's face. I guess this was the best way in order for them to have this conversation without him running off again. He does admit that he beat her this time, and he says that he regrets it, but it doesn't make her feel better. She also keeps saying that he didn't say he was sorry, and it's like, well, what do you think regret is? You know what I'm saying? I feel like he said it to you in the best way that he could, and I feel like he meant what he was saying, but I feel like she's going to find a way to look at it however she wants to look at it, and I'm not mad at Bae. Bae has to work through these emotions herself. But at the end of the day, I do feel like the dad saying, I regret what I did, was him saying that he was sorry. But I also think it's such bullshit for you to now figure out that you were abusing your children. Now that you're 70-something years old and your ass is about to die. Now you want to get right with Allah or whoever you worship and admit to it, and all of that, but not in front of the cameras. And, it's a lot. And Bae just didn't get what she needed out of it. And like I said, I didn't think that there was anything that he could say to make it better for her because it is what it is. He's never going to be the dad that you need him to be in order for you to feel better about it. And I guess she finally came to that realization and decided she needed to just let it go. And at the end of the conversation, after she's finished crying and saying everything that she needed to say to him, she reaches in her bag to give him some money. And he was like, no, I don't want no money. And he gets up and he walks away. And you can see him wiping his face. And, he probably was a terrible, terrible parent to her. Something he will regret until the day he closes his eyes. I'm sure of it. But I think that if she didn't recognize it, she should take solace in the fact that I do think that man regretted the way he handled his children. So after her meeting with them, Bae gets to the convention. And I guess because she didn't get what she needed out of the situation with her dad, she decided to go and meet up with Kitty so that she can let frustrations out on Kitty. I didn't like this at all because I was trying to understand why Bae felt that Kitty was lying about something, talking about why you lying, why can't you just admit your part in it, why you can't admit that you was talking about them. You talk about everybody all the time. It's like, Bae, you talk about people too. We know you do. So don't sit your messy ass up here and sit up there and act like there's something she needs to be apologizing for. She don't need to apologize to you for shit because she ain't do nothing to you, okay? I don't think that, I'm sorry, it might just be me. And y'all know I don't particularly like Kitty that much or anything. I think she's beautiful and that's great, but she don't always have the best attitude. And she does act way too bougie for her tax bracket, but I'm gonna let her live, But the point still remains that Kitty didn't do anything to y'all. Y'all messed over Kitty with this whole, Kitty messing with Ryan situation. Like, y'all messed over her. If it was really supposed to be girl code, whatever Kitty told y'all should have been kept amongst y'all. And y'all took that shit back to C's. And I'm going to let you know right now that C's and Teddy, if the shoe was on the other foot, they would not have come to y'all and told y'all what it really was. They would have kept that shit a secret amongst themselves because they value their relationships. Y'all didn't value y'all relationship with Kitty. That's why y'all did that shit, okay? So at the end of the day, I don't understand what Bae's point was, but Bae decided that she was going to meet up with Kitty and try to make Kitty admit to lying about whatever the hell she thinks Kitty was lying about. And Kitty was just like, girl, what are you talking about? What did I lie about? She jumps up, well, if you're not going to be honest, if you're not going to be honest, then you know what, I'm going to get up and go. And then she like tries to hit Kitty with her jacket. It was just like, girl, you need to go and take that frustration out somewhere else. But if I was Kitty, look, oh, Lord, it would have been hard for me to stop trying to whoop Bae's ass after that. And then she started talking about how C's talks about how Bae is ugly and all of this type of shit. And I'm like, all right, now, kid, now shut up, now, kid. Okay, because who gives a shit what C's thinks is attractive at this point? You don't even like him. So bringing up whatever he said is stupid. Okay? I was just looking at her like, nah, girl. Okay, is that the way you gonna handle this? But I understand when I can't get to you, I'm gonna say whatever I can say to you to hurt your damn feelings. Okay, so I forgot about this part, so let's go back. So at the convention, C's is supposed to be doing this tattoo with this young rapper named Almighty J, a part of Young Boss Niggas crew, something like that. People I don't know, okay? But either way, the little dude gonna get moolah tattooed on his hand. C's uses this as an opportunity to talk about, the betrayal of Ryan and Nine Mag and how they don't know what's coming to him. We already know. He gonna try to come up with Black Ink Crew Chicago to be competition for them. But it won't work because he never stays anywhere besides Atlanta long enough for the business to actually become successful. So I'm just not counting on Black Ink Crew Chicago actually being competition for Nine Mag. I'm just not. But yeah, we'll wait until next week to talk about that. But going back to Almighty J. Almighty J called himself flirting with Donna. Donna tried to, insert herself into ideas about what the moolah tattoo should look like. I don't know why she felt the need to do that. But either way, he was like, I'm going to get your name tattooed on me, flirting with her and all of that. Alex let it rest for a second, and after the tattoo was done, being tatted on his hand, he went and told him that Donna was his girl, and he needed to keep all that flirting and shit to himself. And Almighty J's security guard must have gotten Alex's face, and they all started going back and forth, and the producers had to come and pick Alex the ass up and escort him somewhere, and then Donna had to kiss him and calm him down, even though she was getting turned on by him getting upset. She had to try to calm his ass down because she didn't want him fighting the little boy. And I'm like, Alex, that was so uncalled for. Like, what did you do that for? There was no reason for you to go and check that little ass boy. Once he started flirting with Donna, she backed away. It was just completely unnecessary. And you can just tell when niggas is really like all in their chest with the toxic masculinity and feeling like, oh, I gotta go and check him, otherwise I'm being dissed. It was not the time or the place for that shit, Alex. It was not. It was a convention. He's a little ass boy. Of course, that's your woman. You didn't even need to do all of that, okay? Especially if you wasn't going to do it in a moment when it first happened. You going to wait a whole hour and some change later after the tattoo's been done, and now you want to come and talk some shit. You should have said that shit in the moment. Hey. No, none of that, okay? Like, you should have came in and hit him with one of those and then let it be that. But either way, you know what I'm saying, Donna had to calm him down, and Tati was standing over there all close and everything. And I'm like, Tati, go find something to do with yourself. This is not the time for Donna to tell him that y'all are kitty clicking, okay? That's next week, bitch. Take your time. Calm down. But yeah, y'all, that was everything that went down in Black Ink Crew, New York. It wasn't a lot. Hey, everybody, what's up? It's your girl, Bondy Blue, and I am back for another Sistas review, y'all. Terrible Tyler Perry TV shows. All right, y'all. So everybody's still at the hospital waiting to see what's going to happen with Maurice. Sabrina and Calvin have made up, even though I don't want them to. They have made up. And Calvin's dad comes running in saying that the dad who has cancer just passed away. And he's crying and it's so melodramatic. And I know I was supposed to be sad. But when Calvin got up and ran out of that room with limp wrist, Okay, and legs are flopping about. I said, now what the hell is going on here? I'm supposed to be sad, and my heart is supposed to be, just thumping out of my chest with sadness and seeing Calvin's daddy find out that the other daddy died. But the way he ran, I appreciated Danny's character in this moment because she was like, what was that? And then Sabrina was like, stop it. You stop it. Okay, and then she runs after him. And then when they're gone, then Andy and Kevin kind of joined in on the laugh. Like his Chris was doing like this when he was running. I was dying laughing. Girl, I don't want y'all to be together. No, Jesus, I don't. So y'all, Kelvin's dad tells him that he needs time alone with the dad. He wants to be there with him until they come and take his body down to the morgue. Their relationship started with just the two of them, and that's how he wants it to end. So Calvin waits outside with Sabrina, where he cries on her shoulder all melodramatically. She wants to be there for him, and he can't take another heartbreak. That's what he said. I can't take another heartbreak. And she's like, I'm not going to break your heart, I promise. And I'm just like, this is not the time to be getting into a relationship with this man, because he already got a funky attitude. And I just kind of feel like he going to use you, and then he going to dust you. Like, I just feel like this is not a good move. I think Sabrina needs to find her somebody without all these hang-ups. But you know what? Whatever. Danny tells Karen and Andy that she let the cowboy hit it, and he hasn't called her since. Andy says, come on, Danny, let me take your high ass home. And then Karen interrupts Sabrina and Calvin's long ass hug that had been going on in the hallway the entire time. And they go in to see Maurice, who is still in a coma. And the nurse says that his vitals look good now because it was touch and go when he first got there. He's been put into a medically induced coma because he was combative and screaming and talking about a black hat when he first got there. And then Sabrina's like, I gave him the black hat. And I'm just like, girl, if you don't pull yourself together, okay? And then Calvin and his dad come in. She was like, Calvin, I shouldn't have judged you. Oh my God. Girl, okay? You gonna continue to judge. We all gonna judge. Like, we all judge each other. It is what it is. I wish everybody stopped feeling so bad about it. Just judge yourself just as harshly as you judge other people. That's my only rule. Sabrina cries to Maurice about how she's gonna make sure Alonzo pays for this. And I'm like, how, girl? How? So she runs outside to cry some more, and then Calvin's dad says that they should take it back to the house and be there for one another because he needs to be there alone with his husband. And I'm just kind of like, how many times is he going to have to tell Calvin that he wants to be alone? Like 50, 11 times or what? Like, it's just way too many times he had to repeat himself. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, Danny gets home to dumbass Zach. She's still thinking about the cowboy. Zach done ate up all the steak the cowboy made for her, and she's upset about it and, wants to stab him or something, chases him out of her apartment. And Zach leaves and comes back with another steak, and she's stalking the cowboy's Facebook page or whatever. And she can't understand why men play games the way they do. But the conversation basically leads to us remembering that she told the cowboy stop calling her and texting her so much. So when he got up and left that morning, he probably thought, I don't want to wake her, and I'm going to wait for her to call me since she told me she doesn't want me calling and texting her all the time. Like, you know that boy was as dumb as a box of rocks. So you're going to have to do what you say you're going to do and remember what you told him not to do. Instead of sitting up here in your feelings, call the man. You know what I'm saying? Just don't make no damn sense, y'all. You done told a man not to call you. Now you're mad that he not calling you. I ain't got time for Danny and all of her ridiculousness. So y'all, Andy gets home and Calvin is already in her house half-ass naked, okay? He didn't like that she went to Morris's to talk to him. But at the end of the day, she got all the charges dropped, but he still wasn't happy about the way she went about it. Then when she tells him that he shouldn't go back to his house to get more of his things because Jasmine was trying to file a assault charge against him, talking about she had the bruises to prove it, he was like, what? I can't believe she would do this to me. And she was like, yeah, and the worst part is that Jasmine and Morris are in some type of relationship. And he was like, how do you know that? And she was like, well, he called her in front of me and she was on speakerphone and she answered the phone, hey babe. So yeah, They must be doing something, but he babe. So would that make you, sir? So now Gary is pissed. He can't believe that she would do that to him. I'm like, really? You can't believe it? Your wife is treacherous. You can't believe it? Are you serious? I can. Child, you know him and Andy about to go bump nasty, because every time they have a conversation at the end of the scene, they go bump nasty if they didn't start the scene being just finished from bumping nasty. Karen gets back to her salon, and Erin has left some flowers for her, and inside the flowers were pieces of her bonsai tree or her bamboo tree or whatever the tree was that she had had since college that her daddy gave to her, that Zach and Erin ruined when they got into that fight in her apartment. But he knows a lady who knows how to put stuff back together, so she put it back together for him, and he left it with some beautiful red roses inside. It was all nice and everything, and then he said he would come over to her place later on. I'm like, oh, all right, so Karen and Erin gonna be a thing. All right, I like that more than Sabrina and Calvin, and more than Andy and Gary. So for right now, I'm happy about Karen and Erin because they look way better than the other options on the show. Child, Gary crazy as hell, and Calvin, child, we haven't even really tapped into how crazy he is, because I can see it. The way he talked to Sabrina all them other times, child, I knew something wasn't right about him. Karen's mom comes into the shop, and they talk about the suicide and Erin and just catch up on everything. And then here comes Erin's mother-in-law coming into the shop with a gun in her hand to blame Karen for her daughter blowing her brains out, talking about, my daughter told me everything. You were sleeping with a married man, and that's why she did it. And I'm like, so is anybody going to say, no, bitch, your daughter cheated on her husband with his best friend, so they got a divorce, and I went on one date with your son-in-law, like ex-son-in-law? Because when I went on a date with him, he was already broke up from your daughter. All right, like, why isn't anybody setting her straight on this? But she didn't came in there with a gun, and I'm glad that Karen mama was there, because Karen mama was like, bitch, you need to get that up out of here. Like, Karen mama looked like she wasn't scared to get shot. Okay, Karen mama looked like she was ready to kick that lady in the titty or something. Okay, I was glad Karen mama was dead. Calvin and Sabrina go back to her place, and they start drinking. And you can already tell that this wasn't a good thing for them to be drinking as much as they was. But they talk about his childhood and how great his dads were. And he admits that he's sorry for being an asshole to her. He knows that he was acting ugly with her. And then he shows her that he finally bought several pairs of regular boxers. After he talked to his dad about it, his dad thought it was suspect as well. Like, sir, what did you think she was gonna think? Go buy some damn cotton boxers. And then his other dad proceeded to send him all these articles about how those tight underwear stop you from having, good viable sperm in your balls. And he does want to have children one day. He wanted to give them grandchildren and all of this. And I'm just kind of like, okay, pull your pants up, because y'all not about to have sex right now. Like, I don't know why you felt the need to show her your underwear. I guess because he's drinking. Either way, it was really uncomfortable. Was it just me? Either way, we see next week that Calvin is going to take the alcoholic abusive route with Sabrina. And I'm just going to be sitting up here like, bitch, I told y'all so. So yeah, that was Sistas. I hope y'all enjoyed the review. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter and my Facebook. That is where I post. So if you don't see my video here on YouTube, I most likely will post it on my Instagram or my Twitter. So yeah, you guys, I love y'all so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one.